and then it all blocked out. The boys to the exit, and the bitches to the exit, every motherfucking exit. You
Welcome to the DumbFounded D podcast. Welcome to the DumbFounded D podcast. Welcome to the DumbFounded D podcast. Welcome to DumbFounded D podcast. Welcome to the 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 DumbFounded D podcast. Now, apparently, I don't have to do anything on this podcast. I could just let it auto do everything for me, and it'll all work out.
So set it and forget it. Is that the philosophy nowadays?
It wasn't even set it and forget it. It was completely forget about your draft. Realize, oh shit, I had a draft at 7:00. It's now 8:00. Let me see what's going on.
5 picks in. And those are the 5 most important players.
For those who don't know what we're talking about, so when you play fantasy football, you designate a time and place to do a draft. And nowadays it's all digital. You don't actually go in person as much. I mean, some people still do, but we don't.
Cheers. The old heads do. I did when I first got into fantasy sports. I used to go with the white marker board and everything. There'd be one dude who was the commissioner who literally ran everything through his end. Now, since the advent of the app. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can do it anywhere. You can be taking a shit and drafting. So what happened to me is I completely forgot I had a draft, and I was like on the couch watching TV with my wife or doing something, and I go, "Oh my god, I have a fantasy football draft today, and it started at 7. Oh my god, it's 8:00." And I run and I look and I go, "Okay, I don't know who any of these players are because I don't actually know football. I don't pay attention." And yet here I am in first place. And this week I'm playing Ryan.
This season, and let me tell you, for you. You know, viewers and listeners, there's a history of this. He has won the championship in our league by doing just that. And I think one time, yes. And I believe you auto drafted most of that team.
So that same thing happened where I think, no. I was at work or something during it. And I had to keep like running up to the office, seeing what was going on. And I auto drafted half my team. And that's the year I won fantasy football.
Yeah. And that was also the year we moved the draft like 17 times because nobody could make the time for it because half the people that we, that we know as friends and that we do fantasy football with have unconventional schedules. So nobody could make it. So we're like, it's happening at 8:30. And I think you might have been working that night. But, it's uncanny. It's uncanny. Could you just now, what I was thinking was, I was like, could you live your life with that philosophy? Can I auto draft my life? And just, isn't that like the epitome of privilege? Isn't that just auto drafting life is like a privilege?
Is it a privilege?
Do you think the reason why I'm bringing this up is I play you head to head this week in this league.
And according to the, was it estimated outcome?
Statistics, it's 50,
I'm gonna
50.
win. No.
You're edged by. Listen,
hold on, buddy.
You're a 0.5% ahead of me, I believe, in the estimate.
Well, I changed some things around. I didn't have a kicker in before. I have my kicker in now, so because my kicker
makes a fucking difference.
I am projected to get 163 points, and you are projected to get 153 points.
Ooh, when did that change? Oh no. Oh, well, all right. So chances are you might beat me. But the thing is, if I win, and I believe if the next place behind me, who is my nephew, wins, that means we're not going to know who exactly makes it into the playoffs until the final week of regular play, which makes this exciting for all you fucking fantasy nerds out there. You know what I'm talking about, how exciting it is for all you people who do not follow fantasy sports. We never talk about fantasy sports on this, even though we've been in fantasy leagues with each other for now. It's going on 7 years, I think. Just about, right?
Yeah, 7 years sounds about right.
I've been shamelessly playing fantasy sports since the early 2000s. So I'm going on 20 years of fantasy sports. And and this is across baseball and football, I've only won a championship once.
Yeah, I know absolutely nothing about fantasy, really. I've played, 5 years, 6 years, 7, whatever it is, however many years we've been playing in this league I played. And I know nothing. I mean, I try to do research the first time. And
football's easy. There's not that many positions. Football's easy. And if you watch, even like you don't watch, but I have watched games with you. You know what's going on.
Oh yeah,
And
no,
you know the
I
game.
know the
You
game.
know,
I play
you know
sports.
somewhat.
I
Yeah,
not
yeah.
now currently, but I
You're an
used to.
athletic guy. You're an athletic guy. You're familiar, and you know what certain specific players can do as far as their capability. But as far as like the depth and in depth, like knowing other certain players, you have no idea what the hell's going on after the studs of each team. Like you know who your players are in your team somewhat.
Yeah,
Somewhat.
obviously,
You
I can
become
watch the
you
games.
become
I had to watch the games. I mean,
yeah, and you know it was them doing. Did they do for me like me? When it's like why are you cheering? I'm like because it's points for me. They're like you're not a fan of any of these teams. I thought you hated
nope,
both of these
nope,
teams, and it's
nope.
like it's
You
different.
don't.
Fantasy sports. Yeah, you're cheering for your mortal enemy, and otherwise they'd be your mortal enemy outside of the fantasy fandom.
Well, I was laughing at that kind of shit because I'm at this might be in Costa Rica. I'm at a bar with like my friends, and we're watching fantasy, and like we're all cheering for random teams, and a guy who at the bar was like, "Oh, what team you guys want?" We're like, "Oh no, we don't care. We're playing fantasy. We have two guys in that team, two guys in that team, a guy in that team, and a guy in that team."
We're cheering for everybody, which makes it sort of better because you're not the odd man out as it
And it doesn't
is in
matter.
sports. Yeah,
And it doesn't matter who has the ball because you could have a guy in either both teams. So if it's like,
it definitely does make
the
it exciting.
Jets playing whoever the fuck, I don't even know who the fuck.
I'm looking forward to quite the experience this Sunday. I'm supposed to be at Stadium Swim in Las Vegas, which is like a multi-screen kind of venue where where they're supposed to have all the games on and other sports. Like so, you can swim, but I'm not swimming because it's gonna be 50 degrees in Las Vegas. I'm not fucking swimming, but I'm just ready to crack out on because it's like red zone. I mean, you're familiar with red zone, right? Like where it's just every time the ball's about to be in the
Every
end
time
zone,
the ball's in the red zone, which is the end zone, about to score,
yeah,
it's
they show it, and that could get very addictive. And I know some people who can't watch football unless they're watching red zone. They can't just watch a solid,
yeah, because they have no attention spans anymore. It's the same thing with TikTok, Instagram, and all those nonsense. But let's move on from football because we're gonna bore the hell out of our audience because our audience, which is a total of 4 people apparently, don't give a shit about football most likely.
Fuck Taylor Swift. That's all I'm gonna say about football. Fuck Taylor Swift.
Why? Yo, if
just
her,
ruining football.
If
like
her, hold on.
Not the kind of attention I want.
He's on my team. If her piping him out, or him piping her out, whatever fucking goes on in the bedroom there, is helping him score and giving him the motivation, do it all night long. I don't care. Keep it going.
I think he's doing all the fucking. She's not really putting in that much effort. I don't think she doesn't feel like she has to. Probably, right? Is that like the diva kind of thing?
No idea. All right, so
Southwest.
So this made me laugh because Southwest is like known as being the bottom of the barrel. It's and apparently a passenger opened up the emergency doors and ran out of the plane
onto the wing.
No, that's loud. That's loud.
Before it took off. It was just keep in mind it was before the plane had taken off. They were still on the runway.
All right, this is a stupid. Wait, there's the actual video of this. There's actual video of this. This is. I don't care about the news article.
Southwest is wild. Southwest with their passengers. It was another one that I was just talking to you about before we even went on live about the lady who just was dropped their pants and was ready to take a piss in the middle of the aisle. We should try to look for that too. But the thing is, let's look at this guy. There is footage from multiple angles of this dude popping the exit door open, flipping it up, and then walking out onto the wing, and them, I guess, apprehending him somewhere on the tarmac. Yeah, it's like one of the videos that I see. Oh, he had run out already.
He put something on the plane and he jumped out the exit window.
Go, y'all.
Oh, yeah, I heard people were worried about his bag. He had some weird shit in his bag, too.
That's crazy.
What?
That's why I didn't think about that. You see some guy jumping on a plane. I don't think about that weird bag kind of situation.
No, but there were people paranoid about his carry-on.
I would be paranoid about his carry-on, too.
Wait, what?
There he is.
Oh, look.
He's taking the. Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, he goes to steal. He goes to steal the thing, and someone just body drops him or some shit.
Yeah,
He is
yeah,
right
they
there.
tackle him. That's what
Oh, my goodness.
Oh wait, the guy that fell though wasn't him. What did he fall from? That dude just fell. Probably
No, that
chasing.
guy was
Wait,
like
what?
like one of the
Well, look, he
tarmac guys.
busted his ass. Yeah, he busted his ass on his way.
Oh my God! There he
The guy
is.
tried to take the
There
truck,
he is,
and
right there.
they all got him.
Oh my goodness! Lord, there he is.
Yo,
They got him. Thank God.
All right, so Heidelstein, about the intrusive thoughts. I've been hearing this for a while because it really, you do get paranoid that not myself, but that other people definitely experience this shit. You're on a flying tube with a bunch of people who probably are just like at any moment could be like, I want to open up the emergency exit door. Luckily, this motherfucker did it while it was still on the ground. But like, I never think of that shit because too many movies. I don't want to ever get sucked out of an airplane without a parachute. Like, that is fucking scary. So I myself will never let, you know what I mean, that happen. Yo, Hiddle, is it Hiddle? Stunned. Hiddle stunned. Is that correct?
I think that's what it would be.
I don't pronounce things right. I have white man problems with that shit.
Me too. It's horrible.
I pronounce things like a white dude. And the thing is, like, I can make the effort to like roll my R's and shit, but sometimes it's just, I don't know. I butchered somebody's name the other day. It was an Italian name, but it was like the end of the name was pronounced. I'm not gonna give the full name. The end of the name is pronounced Ino, like INO, but it wasn't INO. It was IGNO, and I kept saying Igno, like let's just say their name is Barino, but I kept saying Barigno, and I felt bad afterwards because everybody else was pronouncing it right, and I could not. Am I still quiet? Let me try to raise my volume. Am I louder?
I hear you, but I don't hear you as loud as I normally hear you. And then when I play the videos in the background, I only hear the video and I hear you as like a whisper. I usually hear you over that. It's weird.
So, but do you hear me now?
It's still the same. It didn't change.
Still the same. That's great.
Yeah, it did not change.
Change or no change?
No. Very weird.
Usually, yeah. Well,
yeah, usually you're very loud. Usually you're louder than me.
Usually I'm the loudest.
Yes.
Maybe something happened. I don't know.
So why did they arrest him and find out why he did that?
Yeah, he's probably mental. The guy had mental health problems, but he had a weird bag. Let's find out about what the fuck was in that bag. You know, show me what's in that bag. What you got in that bag?
Southwest passenger who.
I hear there was paranoia about the bag.
Police say they found no evidence the man left anything on the plane that had no weapons of any kind in his possession. He remained hospitalized as of Monday, and police said he's not expected to face criminal charges locally. What?
So they're not pressing charges with him in New Orleans.
Oh
right?
no.
That's where it happened.
It's not local charges, it's federal charges.
Yeah, because FAA charges.
It's on an airport, yeah.
So all right, now I think I was like fucking reading or like maybe watching a video about like Homeland Security and who's under the umbrella of Homeland Security and federal air marshals.
Mm-hmm.
The FAMs, I think.
Yes, that's true.
They are like on pretty much most flights. Like, how does that happen? Like that dude had to have been like hurtling over people unless he was like, I'll take the seat. Because you know, like sometimes they give you that choice. Like you could take the emergency door seat because you may have more leg room than a regular economy seat, right?
Usually you do. You just don't have the under compartment to put your shit in.
Yeah, you can't put your shit down. Or have that tray thing in front of you or whatever. But either way, do you think did he pick that seat for that reason? So I can open? Because otherwise you're jumping over people. Like you have to hurdle over people to get to that emergency exit. And an air marshal would see that. They're supposed to see that shit anyway. They are supposed to be, I think federal air marshals are supposed to pass a certain like elite accuracy test for marksmanship with a handgun and firearms marksmanship.
Well,
like,
yeah, because you might have to be shooting a plane, might be shooting a gun inside of a plane.
So they have to be a dead shot in a tube flying 500 miles an hour in the air. So like you think like somebody with that kind of reaction time maybe they're not on every flight, which sort of fucking fucks me up if I'm getting on a plane because I used to think that there's after 9/11 for some ignoramus reason, because I'm a dipshit, because I'm a dumbfounded dipshit. I thought that every flight had a federal air marshal.
It's random. And they might be there, and they're always on duty, but they might be like on duty, if you know what I mean. Like,
yeah,
but
not on every flight.
so that was the news part of roll credits. What? Why would we roll credits?
Roll credits. Southwest. Speaking about Southwest, Hiddleston. There was another incident with a lady. Could we look that up? Lady threatens to urinate in aisle.
What'd you say? Sorry.
Lady threatens to urinate.
Oh wow.
In aisle of airplane.
I just made you louder.
Wait, what happened?
I have power.
So wait, what happened?
Was
it a setting?
I can control your settings from StreamYard as well, and your mic is like at 40%.
Yeah, I usually keep it under that, like at 30, 25.
Well, now it's now I hear you fine, and well then don't mess with your actual mic. Now you found 5.
No, I usually don't touch the microphone. I just assumed it was before, because when I cover this thing with that like felt.
So that's probably what happened is yours changed, and I never readjusted mine. Sorry, I'm messing with settings. So okay.
So at least whatchamacallit. So now, like, how far away should I keep it? Am I good with that?
No, you're good. You're good with what you were originally doing.
So now that we got our technical difficulties of the evening out of the way,
we'll jump into some more reactions. So I found this video, and I don't think you ever saw this video, and I just go back. So what's the biggest problem
out here in New Orleans?
This.
What's the biggest problem out here in New Orleans?
What is New Orleans?
Yes.
Murder capital of America.
Was
shot 8 times, twice on both.
What?
Did that guy without hesitation? That's what he said, or was there did they edit that to where there was?
No. I think that's what he said. I don't agree with what he's saying, but I'm just saying.
No. I know, but hold on. Call me a little bit of a a little prejudice. Assumed he was racist already.
Well, yeah, 100%.
Okay,
yes.
So I know it's fucked up to prejudge somebody for those reasons, but
he just judged an entire race of people.
Whatever. Was there a delay, or did they edit that? I want to see the original version of that clip, because if there was a delay, and he had to think about it, I don't know if that makes it better or worse.
I'm gonna refresh him. Refresh the thing and play the video. Whoa. Hiddleston. Whoa. So I'm going to refresh it. And we have to pay attention to see if there's a cut. Because you could tell if there's a cut. Like if they ask him, what's the worst thing about New Orleans? And his hand's up and all of a sudden pops down and he says the word, it's a cut. You could tell when there's a cut.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
Let's see if there's a cut.
The position. Okay. His body position.
Hold on. Get rid of this. I'm going to pause.
The biggest problem out here in New Orleans.
Yeah, there is a cut. There is a cut. It zooms in, so it could be at any point.
That's a wild fucking answer. I
mean, it's a frowned upon opinion. It's might be borderline racist, but
what is this racist
to
video?
Play devil's advocate. To play devil's advocate, I'll let the video do the explaining.
The murder capital of America. You've been shot 8 times?
Twice in both of my arms, twice in both of my leg, one in my chest.
You working out here?
I mean, I got niggas, yeah. I'm really like a wife type. These are people I went to school with.
Is that a man or a woman? Not that
I don't know. Wait. Rewind. I want checking for an Adam's apple, but I can't seem to find one.
I can't rewind.
I mean, I've been like 15.
I don't see an Adam's apple, but I also
She could just be athletic as fuck. Maybe
naturally, that's I mean,
she naturally just has a dude's body.
But look, you heard what she said. She's been fucking people since she was 15 for money.
Any last words about New Orleans?
I mean, the food always good.
The food is good. The food is fucking good.
I ain't never been to New Orleans, so
oh man, the food is fucking good.
The dick is good, she says.
Well, no, but the food is good. I can't talk about the dick, but the food is good.
You cannot concur that the cock is good in New Orleans.
Okay, I'll get to that. I haven't forgotten about that. So, and once again, I just want to go back to the beginning. I don't agree with him. You don't say that. You don't. I mean, to think that, I'm pretty sure that's not the entire problem with New Orleans. It could be, the issue.
I'm just saying, somebody comes up to you with a microphone like they're interviewing you, and
You have
that's
to
your
have-
immediate answer.
You have to have some real deep-seated racism to say that, and that's your initial answer. The problem isn't the gangs or the guns or all these things. It's just straight up one race of people. Come on,
Is
now.
that true? Is that true? Is that true that New Orleans is like the murder capital of the country?
I believe so. Yes.
All right. It was Detroit for a while, and then I think Chicago jumped up on it. I don't know if it was for gun violence. Maybe it was like, I don't know, the murder, because you'd have to count all deaths caused by other people.
Hold on. Murder.
Like the stabbing, shootings, like all that shit.
Right
Beatings,
now,
like people.
right now, the murder capital of New York, excuse me, of the United States in 2022, according to a new report, is Chicago.
All right, so not New Orleans. So that's bullshit. See, fake news. Maybe New Orleans isn't that bad.
Bro, I've been there. It's pretty bad. Okay. I got lost. We got lost in New Orleans walking as a group, and we had to walk through like the projects because a parade was blocking us. And long story short, they were like, look at these white boys. And we all turned to them and said, yo, we're from Brooklyn. And they were like, no doubt. They were like, no doubt. It was hilarious. Just imagine.
It would be scary. It'd be scary if they were like, the fuck does that matter? I'd be like, ah.
No, it was me. But think about who it is. Listen, it's me, Meatloaf, Lou, Pest.
Yeah, the squad,
so we just turned and were like, yo, we're from New York. And they were like, yo, what's up? It was hilarious. Because they're probably used to like these fucking college kid tourists. We weren't college kids.
Most of the
it was during Mardi Gras. We were not.
Yeah, that's why. It's like the spring break crowd. That's what they're used to. They're used to like affluenza and like privileged fucking college students who got daddy's money to go and fucking get fucked up. You know what I mean? And fuck their prostitutes.
Wow.
Well, the thing is, like, all right, now I could understand.
Okay, but that makes sense. Like, hold on. That makes sense because whatever the largest race per capita in each area would be, that would be the highest crime rate per capita in most likelihood.
Yeah, but I'm not even talking about the crime. I'm talking like I lived in an Italian neighborhood growing up, and I sort of got sick of Italians. I could sort of see that.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I don't hate them to like I get along with them.
You don't walk around saying like, "Fuck these wops."
But if they invited me over for dinner, it would be like, yeah, instantly. I'd be asking, like, could I eat at your house?
Yeah, listen. You could hate Italians. You could be like, fuck every wop on the planet, and they invite you over for dinner. You're going because that food's some fucking. You don't care at that point. You're like, I'll hate them when I leave.
But
I'm getting tiramisu and fucking lasagna.
But it's not. But it's not really like a hatred. It's like how when you get sick of a sibling. It's like the proximity. Sometimes you just get annoyed. But then when you don't see them for a while, I miss Italians now. I live there, and there's a bunch of Italians here in South Florida. I don't really get to see them as much as I used to. And even when I was living up in New York, I didn't really see them that much because they all moved out of the neighborhood. You know what I mean? Like Bensonhurst started looking more like Flushing after a while.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that when I was working in the area. But I like how I froze it on the good dick. All right, let's play the video.
Good dick. Yeah, I think I'd leave it right on the good dick.
It's wicked in the streets.
Hey, you gotta keep it pulled.
You never know when you're gonna get mugged.
I just gotta get my lighter. No, play it. I just gotta get my lighter.
Anyway, New Orleans is the jungle, kidnapping, carjacking.
If I were to leave my car parked out here,
it wouldn't be out here for an hour.
A lot of these cycles stem from the 90s. Bro. A lot of these kids don't know why they fight.
Do you think the music impacts the next generation of kids?
Everybody in the music video throwing Dracos, and y'all don't gotta do this because y'all see another nigga doing that shit. You hear me?
They're ignorant and don't give a fuck. They want everything for free.
Wow.
Because their great-great-grandfather was a slave.
Do you think people would agree?
Wow.
Agree with you?
Yes.
What can you do about it? No. Tap here to see what he said.
I don't want to know what he said. I don't want to give him any more screen time. Fuck that guy. Now the problem is it's deep-seated problems within the whole system.
Well, listen, dude.
If you want
automatically, I know this sounds fucked up. I know this sounds fucked up. It's the South, and it's probably even if you fix the neighborhoods, I think there's still going to be people who are just like
Well, you have
You know
to
what I
give
mean?
people better opportunity. When you're growing up, your choices shouldn't be a drug dealer or a gangbanger. You know, it's not. And a lot of these neighborhoods don't have anything. They literally don't. Like you're from New York. You know, you've seen these neighborhoods, man. I've walked through East New York, and they have nothing. I remember like there
And
was
they
certain
still don't.
no
It's
no.
still fucking rough.
They were even
in a
like
lot of
now. What pisses me off more than anything is, I guess it's a good thing in a certain way, but like when I drive down Pennsylvania Avenue in East New York, you pass like all these stores, and you're like, holy shit, this place is now commercialized. Like back in the day, there used to be I forgot the name of the sandwich spot, but it was like Johnny's or something, and he made these sandwich like just heroes, just a regular like mom and pop hero shop. And
Yeah.
it's pretty cool seeing a mom and pop hero shop in like the hood. You know, you don't see
Because you know it's probably because you knew it was probably there for a long ass
yeah,
time.
yeah. You don't want to see no Wendy's. There's Wendy's every fucking corner. There's a McDonald's. There's a Wendy's. There's a White Castle, and you wonder why everyone's sick. Everyone's fucking. Anyway, we'll go from this to let's see if I can find. Oh no, wrong button on that screen.
Enough with the racism.
No, I have more. I have more. Sorry guys, I have more. I have more racism. I think somewhere. No, where's the racism? I gotta find it. I didn't actually. All that shit I didn't actually put it in order. And now
Doesn't matter. I like random reactions.
No,
Random
no, but what's
reactions
also
keep you
pissing me
fresh.
off now it's like refreshing the pages as I do it, which is like, why are you talking?
Oh, like reloading.
Yeah,
Why?
like it's wow, fuck this. And it switched it up on me too. It just got rid of the video I had. That's some baloney.
Is it starting to feel like Christmas to you, Mike?
No.
Not at all.
Wow. You know, it never did this. Every time I've had this thing set up, it's never done this to me before.
Let you toggle with the.
No, that's not what I want to do.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh,
there we go.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking
You're just
about.
walking around with their guns out?
Yeah.
Wait, when did Atlanta not have cops?
Right there, man. I wish I could own me a pistol. Man, that's the shit.
Yeah, he's just walking down the street with a gun.
When did Atlanta not have cops?
That's what I'm talking about. Who wanted that smoke? Hey, IP2, you happy now?
That was a gunshot. That's another gunshot.
So, when did Atlanta not have cops?
I don't think the problem is that they don't have cops. I think the problem is they don't have enough cops.
So this is first night in Atlanta with no cops. What is up with that? Is that
It's the purge, man. Hold on.
Is that bullshit?
Before I play the rest of it, let's see what Atlanta no cops.
I didn't hear nothing like that in the news ever. I didn't hear about no major city ever not having cops. Because that is some wild shit. If they're trying to purge shit out,
I don't see any information on this. So I think that's just a caption to draw us in. But let's see the video. Let's see what happens. I didn't watch this yet. I just found it and said, okay, it looks gangster.
Oh, shit. Gunfight. Oh, fuck. Let me get behind the car.
Dude, you can get yourself shot.
Let me
Why
get
you
behind the car,
closer?
y'all. Let me get behind the car.
For the record, bullets go through cars.
Yeah, cars don't stop bullets.
The only if you're gonna duck behind a car, go behind the engine. You want the engine behind you.
The most commonly used rounds, right? So 45, right? A 9mm, 5.56 or 2.23, they're pretty much the same, and a 7.62. All those rounds will go through any regular ass car door and then the following car door after it. An engine block might stop a bullet. So if somebody tries to shoot through an engine, or if somebody tries to shoot through a rim and it hits mechanical parts, it might stop a bullet. But through the doors and through just the regular aluminum paneling and the fiberglass, it's going right.
I mean, try to do
Yeah,
right
it'll pass through a trunk. It'll pass through the trunk and then through the other side and then hit you on the other side.
Any part of the car that you can punch and dent, the bullet will go through.
Under the car, especially. A lot of people don't fucking realize is that I'm gonna hide behind a car, which is like, okay, for a quick thing to do, but not to stay, because there's still a space underneath the car that bullets can pass through that is not protected. And that'll take your legs out. And if you lay down, you'll get shot in the head.
If you have to hide behind a car and you're in a gunfight, the best place to hide behind would be the front
the engine block.
passenger side or front driver side tire. So you have a tire behind your back with a metal rim and an engine behind your head.
Engine. Yep.
Anything else, you're fucking like all those movies, or even in real life when the cops open the door and they're behind the door. That's
That
just to
car
give
door
them
shit
a
is
little cover, just a
bullshit.
little bit. It makes it
Yeah.
harder for you to aim at them. But if you just light up the car, you're gonna get the cop.
But it's not armor. And there have been in the recent past, I feel like I've seen like 2 movies that I noticed they made it more factual. There was somebody behind a car door who took a bullet. And I was like, oh shit.
It'll slow it down, but it's still gonna get in you.
Yeah, no, and the person reacted. I'm like, oh man, they actually shot them through the door in a movie. I was like, finally, like, because people can't be thinking that in a real situation, you can't use that.
Not that
that's
every
like
gun scene in John Wick is legit, but how he loads the guns and runs out of bullets with the right proper shots is amazing. They do it on purpose. They do it legitimately.
Yeah, but they train those specific, they choreograph those moves, and they train them. And also he did like firearms training for months, even leading up to the first movie. And then for each movie afterwards, he refreshes. And he does this move. I don't know if is it the second one? It's one of the sequels where he checks with one hand and he fucking pushes the slide back with his thumb to check to see if there's a round chamber. And then he lets it go. Now, most people, you would have to do 2 hands like this. But he does it like this, and he just pushes his thumb back, and he checks it, and then goes. And
there's also
one hand, and that's near impossible to do. You have to have like some sort of dexterity and strength in your hands to fucking do it that quick.
There's also a scene where he, I forgot how it goes. Like he puts in a new clip, cocks it, and then cocks it again because that gun usually jams, so you have to want to cock it twice before you shoot.
There are certain guns that you may want to, like a chamber around just to make sure that the second one is, Well, it's because of the magazine. Don't ever call it a clip. It's not a clip. It's only a clip if it's an M1 Garand, and the only reason why they call them a clip because it was an actual clip, and it clipped. Yeah, it clipped the bullets. Everything else is a magazine. Gun guys get really pissed. Personally, I've done that, dude, mad times, and I've got sunned. I was like, I felt like such a cuck. Like right afterwards, I was like, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but at the same token, if you're hanging out with a bunch of aren't cop cars bulletproof, and that's why they use doors? Not all. A lot of them. NYPD actually upgraded, so now they are, but not always, and not everyone.
Not always, yes, and not everyone, and historically, not in the past. They have the glass that's could stop a 9mm round.
The next time you're hanging out with your gun buddies, and he's like, "Yo, pass me the magazine," throw an actual magazine at his fucking head.
Throw like a gay porno magazine.
No, I didn't say that much. I said an actual magazine. Jesus.
But
Christ.
dude, isn't that a better touch though? That's almost like.
But then you actually have to have the gay magazine, so it means you have to go out and buy one or find one to have it to throw it at him.
Word, I didn't think that through. I could just buy one online and just get it sent discreetly to my home, right?
Do you remember back in the day, probably some people that weren't even a lot of people weren't even born yet. I don't think any of my kids were born yet. I know definitely. Maybe she was born yet. You would get in a magazine from a store, you would get like a slip where you could fill it out and mail to subscribe to the magazine. And you didn't have to pay right away. They usually send you one before they canceled you and before you didn't pay.
You might get a few before they cancel you.
And they'll send you a bill in the mail and you can throw it out because it'll never go to collections because you never gave them a social security number or anything, whatever. So a friend of mine was, so I pranked him. And I found a bunch of magazines on the floor in like East New York. So like big boob black chicks, like BBW, like huge girls with giant. I filled it out for him, and then a few other ones and some gay ones. I all filled them out and put them in the mailbox. He never got a single one, and I'm like, I don't get why you wouldn't get a single one. I accidentally, I think, sent it to his neighbor. Bro, I think I put the wrong apartment number down.
Yo, the thing is, like, I don't know, even though that's a little bit of a fail, I don't know how much of a fail that is because
was getting all these magazines.
Yeah, it's like that. Maybe the random guy getting those porno mags is funnier.
No, it could be worse. Like you could go deep into that and be like, okay, he started getting these magazines and he got pissed, and then maybe he thought it was somebody else, so he blamed somebody else, and they swore it wasn't them, but he knew it was them, and he got revenge, and something bad happened, and someone ended up dying, and it's all because I sent the magazines to the wrong fucking address.
You mean you butterfly affected a casualty
I
kind
could
of
have. I
thing?
could have. I don't know.
What if it didn't have that effect? What if he was some fucking crazy like gay pervert who like
I just enabled him.
Maybe you enabled him, and
What
he
if
thought
I
somebody
caused
was
someone to
crushing
have a
on him.
gay? What if I caused someone to have a gay porn addiction?
That's pretty sick.
Or a BBW addiction.
Well, I mean, that's that's cool. Or no, BBW, right? I don't know why it was gay porn. Why did I go to gay porn?
Because I said gay porn at first.
Oh, that's
that was the first thing I said.
It is sort of funnier.
See, that's what I was just saying. What if I caused the gay reaction? A gay reaction. All right, where's this gunfight? They're still like, can you play?
I heard some pops. Pops.
You're behind the car.
What is she doing? Why is she just? Why are they just walking?
Oh shit!
This is like the Kyle Rittenhouse shit.
Jesus. Well, that video is so gangster. Yo, not for nothing. Like I'm glad he was found not guilty, and anyone who thinks he should have been found guilty is out of their fucking minds. If you watch that video, he had better trigger discipline than most police officers.
There were other people, I think, in the video who had pistols on them too. Who were like,
well, that's the thing. If you watch the actual full video, it's an
more than
open
one
carry
person.
state. It's an open carry state. Everyone was armed there. Obviously, the guy that attacked him, the first one that attacked him, wasn't armed because he was a convicted sex offender, so he couldn't legally own a gun.
But there was one of the guys he was tussling with who had a Glock, and you could visibly see
the guy pulls out a Glock and doesn't shoot Kyle, and then when the guy brings the Glock up, Kyle blasts him in the bicep. So that's what I'm saying.
That's the guy shot in the arm.
Yes.
And then there was a skateboard guy.
The skateboarder died. The skateboarder died. The skateboarder came over and swung a skateboard and went to hit him, and he fell back and shot him twice.
All right. Now, can I say this? I mean, I think enough time has passed, right? Even though there's people who still feel like very, sensitive about this. But the skateboarder, right? Now, you have a skateboard, and there's a guy with an AR-15. Is the right decision to be like, hey, I'm going to swing my skateboard at the guy with an assault rifle. Is that the smartest thing to do? It was an AR-15.
That's not a real assault rifle. Don't misuse the terms, bro. Don't misuse the terms.
Well, even still, isn't that what AR stands for? No, it stands for something else, right?
Wow, you're a gun guy, bro?
Is it AR stand for something else? Does it?
Yes, Armorite or Armorite. It's the company that makes it.
Armorite, who makes it. Yeah, that's right. The guy Stoner was the guy who created it, right? The guy Stoner created the M16. It's something like that. Anyway, so either way, I'm just saying, like, the guy had a rifle.
Yes, you don't fuck with the guy with.
And you bring a skateboard,
You bring a skateboard to a rifle.
First,
well, the other guy too, the one who chased him down, cornered him, and tried to get the gun from him. The guy was a convicted sex offender, was caught later on, screaming at the guys with the guns, protecting the building from fire. Shoot me, N-word. Shoot me, N-word. Yeah, there's video of it. So basically, he had confrontations with them before that incident happened. He was a convicted sex offender who, by the way, he had a habit of dating girls that had children to molest their children. And it was more than one. So
where did we get this information?
This is all on the court case, bro.
This all came out while Rittenhouse was going through all that shit.
And he's in the sex offender registry. You can look people up.
That I knew. I knew he was a registered
like
sex offender.
every guy he shot, except for the guy that survived with getting shot in the arm, was basically a piece of shit. And the guy that he shot in the arm shouldn't have been pulling a gun on the kid. Come on, bro. Like
I am gonna say this. Kyle Rittenhouse was very young. And he was with a whole bunch of adults, and they should not have let him go out on his own. They should have just kept him at that storefront.
Well, what happened supposedly is,
and I feel like him also being out there on his own, just with an AR on him, even with people walking around with pistols. If you have one rifle and you're one person, and there's 10 people with pistols, the odds are against you.
So what actually the whole from the court case and this video, there's full videos of this because the whole thing was like recorded from different angles from different people because everyone was recording in that area. He was volunteered or hired by a store that was owned by his friend's parents. So there was like 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah, and he was supposed to be there.
Now, what had happened was apparently someone, allegedly the first person that got shot, pushed a dumpster that was on fire towards the building.
Yeah.
Kyle went with a fire extinguisher to put out the fire, and when he put it out, he got chased, and he got chased in the opposite direction.
So that's how he got broken
separated.
off.
He got separated from them.
He should have never went to that dumpster. He should have just like let it burn or let the adults go.
Well, they were all. There was no. He was with people who were just like around his age or older. He was the youngest. He was 17, turning 18. Everyone else was.
I thought there was some 30-somethings there.
Let me see if I can find video on this as we watch this video.
Fuck, get down. Oh, you okay? You okay? You hit? She's hit.
Of course, that's fucked up.
She's hit. It almost hit me.
I saw this video. This is old. This video is old.
Hey, she's hit. Someone's hit. Stop. That shit's getting right by me. No, it's in her leg. Hold on.
Got her leg?
Tie something around her leg from right here.
Lucky.
Yeah, she's shot. You got tied. We don't know who, man.
It's the guy in the fucking.
Who got some rag? Hey, can you use your do-rag or something around her?
Over there. He went that way.
Hold on. She got shot. That shit went right by me and hit her. In the leg. She's shot. A girl is shot. Stop shooting. Stop shooting. God damn it. Oh, you hear that ping? Watch out.
That's wild. What was this in the middle of a riot? What is this from?
A girl got shot.
No! Pick her up, let's go!
She got shot, nigga.
I think it went all the way.
Oh, they got somebody broke out the fucking medical kit.
Yeah, they said it was a through and through. You know what that means, right? It goes in and out.
Yeah,
So you want to hear something crazy?
Get her bag. Is this your bag?
See if I could show it to you. Okay, so I searched Kyle Rittenhouse full video. Let me share the tab for you right here. Here you go. See this first video right here?
Okay, yeah.
It says it's 22 minutes long, right?
It's all of them.
I click it. It takes me. Oh no, it took me to it this time. I kept opening a new tab and it was taking me to a different video.
On August 25th of 2020, did downtown Kenosha look for trouble?
No.
I don't care about this. Hold on.
That's crazy that we're going on 4 years.
There be a reasonable doubt that the following 3 elements of this crime were present. First, that the defendant caused the death of another.
These guys are kind of like medical or packing, right?
Second, that the defendant caused the death by criminally reckless conduct. The third element is that the circumstances of the defendant's
this is not really what I wanted.
Disregard for
people are getting injured, and our job is to protect this business, and part of my job is also help people. If there's somebody hurt, I'm running into arms.
Yeah, he also gave medical attention to a bunch of people before the incident.
It's just surreal. What was going through your mind?
He's the one that got shot in the arm.
Particular moment. That I was going to die.
Does he say anything? He repeats, I just shot someone over and over, and I believe at some point he did say he had to shoot someone.
What the defendant wants.
Well, at least he's not lying about it.
Because he's
no,
the
he
one
was.
who brought the
He
gun.
was there to be help, like not a bad person. He wasn't there to kill people.
Nothing reckless about my client's conduct that day.
Everybody that you shot at that night, you intended to kill, correct?
I didn't intend to kill them. I intended to stop the people who were attacking me.
Oh yeah, I can't watch that. Him crying, I'm like, bro.
No, I'm trying to find the actual.
Like, bro, don't cry.
Yeah, I will go to another video and keep digging as we go to this video. Oh, I pressed the wrong button, so I exited the entire thing.
I mean, what do you do if somebody swings a skateboard and you have you're only strapped to the right? I don't know why.
What's the situation? What's the yeah? Give him more guns, so there's more reason for people to fucking bitch.
So is this conspiracy? Is this because I feel conspiracy-ish about this because I have been thinking because you know how you have people who like to wear latex like sort of body skin suits.
You were saying?
I feel like there are elites who like to play games like that as well. You know what I mean?
Where's the sound?
Pretty skin suits.
Fred Savage. I'm also Tony Danza, Cameron Manheim, Malcolm Jamal Warner, Kevin Nealon, John Forsythe, and Metallica drummer Lars Ulrich.
Why is he Lars?
Call it
This
bizarre,
is crazy.
kind of disturbing, and a little freakish. Emma peels away a latex mask and bust to reveal that Sophia just can't help
But that's also supposedly it was fake. It was like computer generated.
but wonder what's going on.
All right, now that had to be CGI. Where's the hair?
No, wait a minute. There is death.
Am I the only one that hated that movie? Everyone loves that movie. I
White
fucking hated
Chicks?
that. Yeah, I didn't like that movie.
Okay, I'll tell you this. It's annoying in a rewatch now, but I had seen White Chicks probably like, I don't know, a dozen times back when it came out, and it was like first on like DVD or pay-per-view. And I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny the first time I watched it.
Listen, I mean, I didn't think it was funny.
It's
the
not
first
a
time.
Wayne's. It's not a Wayne's brother classic.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
Listen,
not. Don't go making a menace in South Central or drinking your juice in the hood. It's not that, and it's not fucking.
I'm gonna get you, sucker.
I'm gonna get you, sucker.
That was a great
It's not-
movie. That was a great movie, man.
It's not scary movie. You know what I mean? Like so. But it was funny for its time.
I didn't find it funny. I don't know why. And I always forget the Dexter chick, isn't it?
Oh yeah, Deborah.
Mm-hmm.
Something different about the two of you. Collagen.
See that? This one, you can see this one clear as day. Clear as day.
The man needs some sleep. He's a fucking writer, director, actor.
I feel like there's not enough space to pull that off for most people in order for you to really wear like somebody's skin suit. Although the thing is that there are people who do get off on wearing like mock latex skin suits. You know, like
Is there a fetish
sweating under-
thing? Is it a fetish
it's a
thing?
fetish thing. Yeah, I think it is a fetish thing. And I sort of thought that about celebrities for a minute too. I'm gonna tell you, I was on this fucking conspiracy theory probably about a good decade ago, and now I'm like, nah, there's no way. You're not making that happen. I think there's been body doubles before though. I'm actually definitely still on that bandwagon only because it's been confirmed that like world leaders have done that. Like Saddam Hussein used to have
Yeah.
a
Yep.
body. Like
I remember that.
a legit body
'Cause
double.
remember, we killed the body double before we killed him. Not we. We didn't do anything. We watched it on TV, but you know.
Yes.
We mean the United States of America.
You know, I think like, you know, like that is probably something that like there are probably definitely like uber celebs. Like Oprah definitely has a body double, like for when she, you know, has to do like,
what's horrible?
I'm like a diversion. Like if I actually want to go to this state park, I have to pretend like my body double's in a Walmart in like fucking in Illinois,
Ryan,
so I could go to Yellowstone.
when you said Oprah probably has or definitely has a body double, in my brain, all I can think of is Oprah like's body used to be double.
Yeah, or she had she used to have double the body.
Is that how they made the body double?
Maybe she like what is that process called when a cell divides? The zygote? What the fuck?
Cancer.
Is it called?
No, I'm kidding.
Anyway, yeah, she's like divided like an amoeba. She's like flung half herself out, just like loop.
Okay.
What?
Wait, isn't that the same Tyler Perry who literally wears skin suits and acts as other characters?
If you listen to the voice on Tyler Perry speak when he speaks, you will clearly hear Will Smith.
She was so happy to have that. It's very sentimental for me, and we do a lot of shooting down here for a lot of the shows. I've been totally computer generated since like the 90s. We do a lot of shooting down here for a lot of the shows. It's 2019, y'all. Nothing's real.
That's a costume. That's a costume. That's a costume. I don't know how we expect to go to the movies.
Collagen.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is Michael Jackson. Like, how the hell are we going to actually go to the movies? He has a disguise on. You know?
Look, that looks.
So at this point now, I'm tripped out because I'm like.
But that clearly, it looks like
I
that's
just
Michael.
saw makeup wasn't all that good back then. To come to think of it, now that I'm looking at, it, I'm like, that does look like a fake, like
kind of, yeah, like
Mike is changing, turned into a whole nother person. Like he was a king of disguises. Like this nigga could have been standing next to you the whole time.
Okay.
You would not even know it was Mike.
I wouldn't have known though. I would have just thought the person had something wrong with them.
That disguise to him was the burn victim. And Dave, yes, that's his name.
That's Michael Jackson.
No, it's not.
Mm-hmm. Remember when he got burned real bad? And he showed up, he did the news thing with the bodysuit on?
To his Encino house. I think I was at the Encino house. Hello all, this is Dave. How are you? I want to thank each and every one of you for your overwhelming support. May God bless you. I love you. Good night. Thank you very much for all of your support, and may God bless you all. I love you. Goodbye.
That's a costume.
Well, that's a lot to unpack. I'm not saying I believe all this. It's just a theory, right?
I'm cool. You want to park on your lawn? You want to drive up here and wreck your shit? I don't care. Wait.
Where's that noise coming
If you know, you know. Wait, celebrity skin?
Some things I
was
think
weird.
are bullshit automatically. Like some things I'm like, nah. And I'm not like one of those like Jackson deniers or anything like that. But nah.
Who is
That
Drake and Josh? Who's Drake and
Drake
Josh?
and Josh. Drake and Josh was a Nickelodeon show. You don't remember? Like it was actually more your era. But didn't one of them get fat? Didn't one of Drake and Josh get fat and then lost a shit ton of weight? Now he's does like podcasts and shit, or maybe like.
Did you hear the news?
Hell yeah. Do they decorate it in syringes and Narcan pens?
That's be used syringes. And then
What do they do in San Francisco? Isn't San Francisco too atheist to have like a holiday tree? Is that Michael Jackson?
No.
What? There's this person, and they study symbols, religious symbols specifically.
No way.
If you think about it, on an Oreo, you know how that pattern's on the front? It catches your eye. You never really decipher, like, what is this pattern?
Yeah.
Check this out. So the cross on the Oreo is a satanic cross. This is a satanic cross right here. Whoa. You know the Freemason compass?
Yeah.
It's also this part of the Oreo, like the triangle.
You're looking too deep.
Now,
into
this
it,
is where it gets even crazier. The word Oreo. What the fuck does that mean, bro? What the fuck does Oreo mean?
What does it mean, bro?
Where did they come up with that name?
I don't even know.
The word Oreo originates from an ancient Greek and Egyptian term, Orias, and that is an Egyptian serpent that people used to worship.
Bro, what?
But yeah, satanic.
Oreos are satanic.
It tastes mad good though. Yo, I believe the devil would make something taste that good though. That's what I believe.
Did you hear this? Who did bring that up?
Real.
Did you see the kid? Well, of course it's not real.
No.
But the kid, he showed up at the Chiefs game with black and white, and they took a picture of him only from one side, not showing the red.
He
And
looked
they're
like he was in blackface.
Yeah.
Well, he is in black and red face. So technically he's doing both. Red face, I think if you're dressed in a headdress at a Chiefs game and you're doing even half red face,
come on.
That That's sort of sketch.
All right. So I didn't. This is what my. Anyway, so as you know, we're kind of eating keto in this house.
Okay.
Kind of keto. Kind of. Mostly, but kind of. Anyway, so I don't know how I feel about this mix, but someone was craving a snack and they took a piece of salami.
Okay.
I am not eating on my
Salami?
podcast.
Salami and what?
You are not putting that in my mouth. You are not. Oh my God. She took salami and she wait for it. It's disgusting. I can't. I don't want to do this on the podcast. She's gonna force
salami
me.
and what?
She won't let me even say it out loud. She's like, wait for it. But okay, it's
you
salami.
Have to say it if you're gonna eat it.
And
yeah.
Why can't she say he wants me to say it before it gets shoved in my mouth?
Salami and what? If
Heavy
it's keto,
cream,
it can't be that discovered.
Heavy cream, whipped, mixed with cream cheese, whipped.
That's not that bad.
So it's like sweet though.
Sweet.
It's like
is
sweet.
It how sweet? Yeah, but it can't be sweetened with sugar. It's not keto.
It's sweetened with stevia.
Yeah, so it's like sugar free. Yeah, why not? That's sweet and savory.
Cheesecake dip.
It's cheesecake dip.
That's not that bad. It's like it's.
Why
like
are you giving that? I don't want to do this.
That
I'm like,
doesn't look that bad.
it's like a little whiny bitch, but
that doesn't look that bad.
A vanilla bean in it too. It's like vanilla and salami. It does not really work too well. Why are you doing this to me? Why are you laughing at me?
Is Sari pregnant again?
That's what I. Is that you pregnant again?
God, no.
That's what I said. I walked in the kitchen and she was doing that. I go, "Are you fucking pregnant?"
I mean, I get the sweet and savory. You know, I do like.
It's not possible. It actually is fucking good, by the way. It's fucking delicious. I'm also really fucking high right now, so.
That you know, this is I cannot be biased. Like if I'm like blazed out of my face, go like digging into some. Like tomorrow, I'm supposed to be going to Cheesecake Factory tomorrow. That just opened up across the street from my house. And
is the chicken lettuce wraps keto?
I think they are. Yeah, the chicken's not breaded than it is.
No, it's not breaded. It's like cubed. It's like chopped.
Yeah, they have a pretty decent.
Oh no, it's ground chicken.
Yeah, but they still have a decent menu when it comes to like, you know, people with allergies and shit like that.
The reason why I ask is that's like the best thing there is the fucking chicken lettuce wraps.
Well, their fucking cheesecake is actually fucking.
Well, the cheesecake is really fucking good.
They do have a sugar-free cheesecake that isn't like. It's not totally keto, but it's not.
Yay!
You know what I mean?
She said, "Hey, dipshits." That's like an honor. That's an honor.
Shit.
I bow.
Who the fuck is Bet 420? 420 in the heat.
Cheesecake Factory is the best. It really is. Okay.
Yeah.
Their cheesecakes. I used to be a hater, and then I had it a couple times, and I was like, okay, these are fucking good cheesecakes.
They just had the grand opening across the street from my house, literally walking distance. So it's pandemonium parking. About 2 weeks ago. So now we waited for it to die down a little bit, and we had to we were lucky to get a 6:15 on a Thursday night because you got to get that shit as it's going because you're not getting a fucking reservation on a Friday or a Saturday for 2 people. Not even for I'm walking in with the table of 6. It's like 2 fucking people.
It'll die down if you wait a little while.
Oh yeah, I know, but I don't want to wait. I'm hungry.
I know. He's like, I don't want to wait. I'm fucking hungry.
Oh yes, they came to check your air filters. I'm not sure. This is 8277.
Oh, Carmen, no one came to check air filters.
Can you repeat that?
No one came to check air filters. Carmen.
No. Yeah, we're checking the air filters.
Why would you show up with a fucking bandana still on your head and like a fucking regular shirt? Like.
Do you think that anybody's gonna let you into their house if you have a bandana on?
It's fucking stupid. These guys are fucking stupid.
He's home right now. You'll have to wait until another day.
No one's home right now.
Much appreciated. 872.
But there's somebody in there.
He said, "Ain't no one home right now." Like I think it's a ring because it's a camera, a ring
Oh,
camera.
so it's somebody from far away is saying, so okay.
Someone, yeah, and he's like, "Oh, no one home right now, so no, you can't
So
come
then
and check."
what happens? Why?
You want to fuck around, and you know what? That was a courtesy. He could have shot through his door and killed
Shot
them.
through the door. Yeah.
That was a courtesy. That was get the fuck out of here. Holy shit.
I think if somebody's trying to break in your door and they're not the authorities and you shoot through the door, I think you could, you could. You might. I'm not sure what what states
You
the
don't have to,
legalities are, but I think
in New York you
something
have to wait for them to be inside, and even if you wait for them to be inside, you might as well not shoot them and let them kill you because you're going to be facing legal trouble even after you save yourself.
Yeah.
So was this breaking news? What is this about the Pringles?
I like a good funny story, even though we tend to veer off and do boring fucking like serious shit. This had me laughing. I'm not sure if he did this in the middle, like during court hours, like he just ran outside and took a shit in a Pringles can. But apparently, I think it's a lawyer took a shit in a Pringles can.
Let's hear it. Breaking news.
Time for the nightly palate cleanser, and we got a good one for you today. Oh yeah, Ohio attorney suspended over pooping in a Pringles can and leaving it in parking lot.
So he took a shit in a can and left it in the parking lot. Like just one time, he got suspended for doing it one time.
Now, this is a courthouse, right? Courthouse, they're built to sustain a crowd of people just in case, you do have an audience for court cases. And I'm sure that they have facilities and bathrooms to accommodate the occupants of this building. I'm sure if you're a lawyer in this said town in Ohio, you frequented this building before and you know where said bathroom is. Why? And you're a lawyer. You have there's a certain level of where you're supposed to be in the echelon of society. At what time do you go outside to take a shit in a Pringles can? Late for Beth 420. Oh, if you're peacing out, it's good to see you. But you know what I mean?
I think it's a prank.
I
I
don't
think
get it.
he
How
could have
does-
did it as a prank. Maybe he did it as a prank. He goes, hey, let them find my shit can. Someone's gonna ride over it with their car and shit's gonna squirt out, maybe, or some shit. Maybe it was a prank. Maybe he's just a douchebag and he did a prank, a bad prank.
But lawyers know cameras are everywhere. Like they know that. You know what? Now come to tell you the truth. In my new career, I've learned that that's not necessarily true. I always thought that lawyers and doctors, for that matter, although I do believe most people who do become medical doctors, I feel like 80% of them are actually on the higher level of the IQ spectrum, right? But I feel like lawyers, we assume that it's that much, that there's at least 80% of lawyers are like high. It is not. It is definitely lower than 25%. And the vast majority of the average Joes out there and average Josies or Josephines out there that, and I did I just gender block just average people? Did I do that? Sorry. Anyway, so, so, I think they can cut the mustard if they went to fucking law school or had the ambition.
I was just gonna say, I think what you're confusing IQ and intelligence versus like the ability to sit down and read a book and translate the information back, because that's what lawyers do. You have to read law and interpret the law to work in your advantage. You have to know the law. And you have to read lots of books and lots of cases and read this. It's research. If you're not a very good researcher, you're not going to be a good lawyer.
Yeah, and
you don't have to be able to order from a fucking menu. You don't have to know how to fucking drive a car. You just have to know how to research.
And there's certain lawyers that are specialized in certain areas. And,
yeah.
And I know that. But you grow up like with this sort of like idea that they are definitely, but not even book smart. They should be book smart, and they sometimes don't do the work though. That's the thing, and they don't do. And that all being said, now to the shit can. Why shit in a Pringles can?
I'm
Like as a prank, as a prank,
in my head, it's round and perfect to put under someone's tire.
You gotta have pretty good. You gotta make sure that you're shitting directly in, and it doesn't
Well,
like
I
it
want to know.
doesn't get like it doesn't get caught and curl up and then build up on your ass. Like, you gotta shit directly. It has to hit the bottom of the can, and you gotta
like when you're using the soft serve machine into the cone, you want it to go first all the way down and then come around up to the top and then do that.
Yeah, you gotta
so you get the most for your money.
Yeah, it's the long drop.
The long
You gotta get the long. And you gotta pinch that loaf at the right fucking time as to not overfill the Pringles can if you're gonna put a lid on it.
Now I'm curious to know: did he get caught because they saw him put the can somewhere and then someone realized there was shit in the can, or did they physically see him shitting in the can in the parking lot?
If they knew it was him who did it, somebody caught him. Now, who caught him shitting, or was it? I suspect. We didn't read this whole thing. We just know a lawyer shat in a can. Was there footage?
Oh, okay, Ohio. I see you.
It was Ohio.
Criminal defense attorney Jack A. Blakesley's conduct called into question his fitness to practice law. You don't say. Now, don't go too hard on old Jackie boy because he said it was just a prank.
Say it was just
and he
a
never
prank.
targeted anyone specifically with his Pringle poop cans. Can we take a second to talk about, like, that's pretty impressive aim. Like, the Pringles can's not that big. My man's got precision. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, no, it turns out he was purposely dumping the Pringles cans at a victim's advocate center. So that's pretty effed up.
What?
He was a defense attorney.
And he was dumping the cans at a victim's advocate
Seems bullyish. I mean, now that hearing that, I'm like, sometimes I'm like, oh well, if he's doing it as a prank because he's angsty, he needs to get it out that way because he was a class clown, but now he's a lawyer. Okay, I could see the urge, but he was actually doing it out of like some sort of like weird sick retaliation because he represents rapists and he just left the shit can in the parking lot of the rape victim building.
This is something else you sent me. I don't know what this is. What's here? Oh, you know, I worked with a guy that reminds me of.
An LP dude who got arrested, because that feels like I feel like what the hell could he have been doing to get him hauled away by the cops?
Wait, hold on. What do you mean? It's not like he can perform less crimes than the rest of us. What are you trying to say? Because he's like shorter and he can't be a criminal like the rest of us. He's criminally challenged.
I feel there are certain, now call me biased. I feel there are certain criminal like acts that maybe this may come. He may not, be able to perform. There may be, several tasks that take place, criminal tasks that take place in order to commit a crime that he may not be able to.
I was just gonna say something, and that's like, all right. So let me just save this update. Okay, so there's While I was making jokes about him being criminally challenged, there are certain crimes that he probably can't commit.
The first crime off the top of my head that he committed is that he fucking was up some lady's skirt, like sexual misconduct. I don't think he started fights. I don't think it's assault.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying I highly doubt his. Well, it could be assault, but he didn't assault like a regular dude. He assaulted a child.
They were hauling him out of a bar. So what do you think fucking happened?
If he starts a fight with me, I'm just punting him. Like, what? I got beef with you. Okay, what's the beef? You want to play football?
If he was getting kicked out for drugs, because if you really think about it, he's at the perfect angle to just blast bumps with nobody seeing. You know what I mean? Like, he's at waist height. Like, you have to really look down in order to catch him fucking doing key blasts in a crowd. You know what I mean? So
criminally challenged.
It doesn't seem like he's getting arrested for that. So I say he groped some lady.
What is this? Did you send this to me?
Oh, is this the coach?
That's the problem. Let's run it again. My name is Ruben Rubenstein. I'm from Forest Hill, Queens, and I'm a volunteer basketball coach. Let's go, drive. Oh, no, guys, you're not going to make it out of the hood with that jump shot. Do it for your baby mama. What, you don't love her? This counts as my community service. Courts let me off easy. I love coaching these kids. We're like family.
Courts let me off easy. I wonder what this asshole did.
Ah! I don't have any money. Oh.
Racism.
More. A lot of these kids are involved with criminals.
My father's a federal district attorney.
I don't know why I find this so funny, but it really is.
Impoverished areas in Brooklyn.
My family bought a house in Dumbo for $5 million.
Tough. I don't bring any valuables with me when I come out here to coach. One of these kids told me he was
Wait, he said he was from Forest Hill, Queens. It's not like
studying to be a drug dealer.
I'm studying to be a clinical pharmaceutical scientist.
I mean, layman's terms, he's a drug dealer.
Yeah, basically.
You want to go to college? You got to have at least 2. They'll inspire you. Jump higher, run fast. I want to inspire these kids to be something so that they know there's more out there. Because it's not a lot.
I think I could borrow a couple dollars to get on the train.
Yeah, I brought my Tesla. I can give you a ride. Tesla can't be carjacking people out here. They don't got much going for them. They live horrible, horrible lives. Did you grow up with both parents?
Wow. Who is this? And the page is no longer available. Wow. What is this?
I thought that would give you a chuckle.
That was you? You sent that to me?
I think so.
Oh, fucking hilarious.
When paying for pussy at the Asian massage parlor, always tell Mama-san you have a latex allergy, even when you don't.
Oh, that reminds me. I'm going to pause right there. I told you to bring that up, and you never did. Remember from like 2 episodes ago?
About the saran wrap?
I said bring up condom and delivery or something like that.
Oh, yes. So all right. So now that we're talking about latex, you started and didn't complete a story about.
No, we never brought it up. I told you before the podcast, bring up this.
And it was about like Uber,
right,
DoorDash, right? Or
for Uber Eats, they have a thing where it's called like shop and pay. And it's like Instacart where you shop for the person, but it includes pharmacies and other places. And like one of the notes, if you go to a pharmacy, is like if getting Plan B or insulin, make sure you go directly to the pharmacy and let them know you're from Uber Eats, which I thought was kind of funny. I never had to get Plan B yet. However, I get an order and it's 2 boxes of like 12 packs of condoms, so it's 24. And I pick them up and I go to deliver them. And now I'm going and the address is to a storefront. And it's like a dumpling place or like I'm like, this doesn't make sense. So I'm looking, I'm like, okay, but the address is like, say 112.
That just made sense to me. That made complete fucking sense to me.
No, hold on. So
what you just said made complete fucking sense.
So the address is like 112, but I see 112A, 112B, and 112C, and it's like an Italian restaurant, an Asian dumpling place, and like a laundry, a dry cleaner. And I'm just like,
yeah,
what the fuck? And I look at the notes and it says go around the back, and I'm like, what? Go around the back? And then they can message you, and she messages me, and she says, hi, sir, go down the driveway, down the hill to the back of the business. There's another business. I'm like, oh, so now I'm going down this walkway, this ramp, like driveway that goes behind, and I see behind there is a construction site where guys physically working. And I'm
so it's in eyesight. Construction guys can see this place.
Yes. So I'm going, and then I go to the back, and there's like a blue awning, and then a girl is waiting there in a robe. I don't know what she has on under the.
Do you know what they say about real estate, Mike? Right? Location.
So it gets better. So she's waiting there for the stuff, and I hand her the stuff, and we make eye contact, and I could just see the shame in her eyes as I hand her the condoms. You could just see the shame in her eyes, and she has lots of makeup on, and she
because somebody's using it on her, because they're going to be using that on her.
So and she looks of European descent.
Yes, sir.
It gets funnier.
These are for me.
It gets funnier. So I give her the stuff. I go to leave. And it says, as I leave and she goes inside, I start walking back, and I'm looking at my phone, and you have to go to delivered. And as I'm scanning delivered, a construction worker
to confirm.
Yes,
right,
yes. A construction worker is walking down, and he sees me. He goes, hey, bro, the massage parlor is down the hill under the green awning, man. It's right over there. Are you going the wrong way? And I'm like, no. I'm done. And he goes, isn't she amazing? And I'm like, that's not what I meant. I'm not done with that. And I just walked away. I was just like, holy shit. I was like, and like you just said, location.
Yo, and you got they probably purposely, that might have been where that guy said it was. But when they saw that you could see physically where this entrance is, they probably moved the operation to back behind the storefront so that it would be easier for the construction guys to see where the fuck it is.
Well, no, the guy was telling me where it was. I mean, I was walking up the opposite direction, and he goes, "Oh, you looking for the place? It's keep going. You're walking the wrong way. Go down the hill to the left." And I'm like, "No, I was already there." And he goes, "Oh, she's amazing, isn't she?" And I was just like, "That's not what I meant. I'm doing."
Yo, there's only her. Is there only her? That implies that
don't
she's
know.
the only one there. So she's getting fucked by a construction site full of
I
guys.
don't know. It was just so weird. I just felt
That one lady that you gave
and what
15
made me
cartons
laugh
of
too.
fucking of condoms to, that lady that you gave a full on like pallet of fucking condoms to, uses them to get drilled out by a construction site full of guys.
What makes this even funnier too is like as I was shopping for it, I didn't know it was a girl. So I'm assuming it's some dude trying to get laid. So I'm gonna do my thing,
Okay.
take my time, and
Not make eye contact with them. Be like, here, bro.
well, this is what I'm shopping. This is what I'm shopping. And in the Walgreens I'm at, the phone service is bad, so I lose signal, so I can't accept the order. So it took me an additional like 10 minutes, 15 minutes just to be able to accept the order. So was this person sitting there waiting, like, what the fuck's taking so long? And I'm like trying to get this shit, like, it was just too funny.
These Johns get off of work in an hour. I need these condoms here fucking stacked because there's about
Just
to be
like
a line
I
out
told
this
you, I think I brought up on the show already that I delivered a vibrator to a girl who was in the basement of a building.
You didn't tell. Wait, maybe you told me, but not on the show. Did you tell me?
I think we brought up on the show, but they ordered a vibrator from Walgreens. Apparently they have vibrators. I bought the vibrator, and then it's like the notes are it's this apartment building, but come to down the stairs to the basement. And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Down the stairs to the basement.
That's creepy though. That's a little sus.
And I get there and I start walking, and they come out, so I didn't have to go down the stairs. They come out from up the stairway, and it's a black girl. She's like 6 feet tall in like a big robe, and she's also in a robe. What's with this fucking there's some weird shit going on.
Well,
And
just
yes,
mad people just hang out in robes and meet their delivery people.
You can order on Uber anything that's sold at Walgreens or Rite Aid or CVS. You can get Plan B.
They've been selling sex toys at pharmacies for probably like I noticed them the first time. It was like probably 6 or 7 years ago.
Back to our
I noticed
regularly
there's,
scheduled video.
Cock rings and those little finger fucking vibrators. No big giant dildos though. Not yet.
There's a
There was a small vibrator one I saw, but that's it.
pretty good chance she cannot accommodate your request, and you'll get bareback for free.
That's what you want to do when you're going to an Asian spa.
Make sure your happy ending ends with you nutting in that cervix. Follow.
This is the worst advice I've ever heard, unless you don't care about your life or STDs or anything.
This guy doesn't look like he's taking any good advice or
This
giving
guy
any good
doesn't
advice.
look like he gives a shit about STDs or anything. Holy shit. What's this? Oh.
Oh, what? What are we doing?
Oh, I forgot about this. Where is it? So apparently someone you sent this to me, and it's a small world after all. Before we get into this, my biggest fear in life is going to Disney because I go there often, right, babe? And my biggest fear is me getting stuck on It's a Small World where it just keeps playing and playing and playing, and the boat isn't moving. And it could be any language.
Now in that situation, I think what this does is it sort of opens up the door.
That's what we're talking about.
It opens up the door as an option to, if you ever do get into that panic situation, just do what this guy did, and I'm pretty sure it'll break the ice.
Oh, he just wanted to go for a swim because you're surrounded by water.
This dude got out. Well, this is the thing. This is just one cell phone camera from the middle of the ride.
We'll find
after
more.
he had traversed. There
We'll go to
are
Twitter.
several videos. This one's the longest one. There's a lot of other little parts. Now,
I'm gonna find it on Twitter.
what had happened before we continue with this video is that he got off of the car later on in the ride, started disrobing, and then walked his way through the ride going back to try to get out the entrance and continued to disrobe. by the time the authorities have him rolling out, and I think we have another video queued up with them getting him, he's full on naked.
I don't know if I have another video.
For some
but let's
reason,
play
he's a
this one.
he's a mad skinny white dude with a black eye Jerry curl. I don't get it.
So I just want to let you guys know that I too have felt like doing this on this ride. I never did it, obviously, but like two things that happen on this ride. You either want to get off of the thing and explore, or you want to kill yourself.
Well,
That's
this
the
guy
only
checked.
two things.
He checked one off the bucket list. He checked one of those off the bucket.
You splash the water.
Just chilling.
The only thing that would make this even more perfect if he pulled out like a joint and smoked it.
Well, he gets naked, so that's a little crazier than that. What's up with Napoleon Dynamite's mullet? Do you see how mighty that mullet is?
No, I
Look
know
at that
it's
fucking
kind
mullet.
of kind of impressive. I'm not gonna lie.
What's up with the fucking helmet? Look at this guy's helmet. This guy, he's top heavy. He's got more hair than he has abs, I think, and he's pretty fucking lean.
Oh my god. Oh god.
And
he's gonna
it
break
looks
all
like
the stuff. I don't
he
think
almost wrecked two of those robots. He almost just destroyed two of those robots.
Was he
And
trying
now
to
he's-
rape the robots?
No, he just
Look
like
at
leaned on
this
one.
poor
like-
girl's face. This poor girl's face right here has been viewed 50,000 times. No, liked 50,000 times. Who knows how many times people viewed it?
Yeah, way more than that.
What's he doing now?
He climbs through. He ends up getting back there. They nab him somewhere like further on down the ride. That's before he disrobes. You see what I'm saying?
He's got his clothes on the floor.
Yeah.
Is there more?
This is them arresting him, I think.
Oh, well, he swims.
Yeah, he's naked.
There's his naked. Wait. They can show nudity on Twitter. He's naked. His butt ass naked. We're gonna get kicked out for that.
Oh my god.
Oh,
What,
yeah,
for
yeah,
a butt?
yeah,
No,
okay.
no front. You could show ass, no front.
On Twitter.
So
there's
they got
porn.
him. He's completely naked. But you
By
saw
the
that
way.
other clip. You saw that other what?
On Twitter, there's porn.
Yeah, dude, totally. And on Reddit, there's porn. Dude,
Well,
so
right, it's the asshole of the internet.
yeah. So what I'm saying is, there was a small clip that you just played where he was in full, like he had like a black shirt and black pants on, fully clothed, just walking alongside the railing, and then like 2 seconds later, he's like in his underwear, and then 2 seconds later, he's buck ass naked outside of the ride, trying to make his way out, swimming through the water. But something tells me, as sensational as this is right now, that this cannot be the first time that somebody has streaked through a ride at an amusement park. Like
There
he
is
can't
some-
be the.
There isn't
he
a
can't
lot
be
of
the-
videos. Wow.
There can't. He can't. That can't be the. He can't be the pioneer of this. There's no way he's the first person to streak through. He's the first person on cell phone camera to do it. What is he doing?
Wait,
Like, why did he
I thought it's a
disrobe?
small world. Why is Jingle Bells playing?
Because there's like a Christmas section.
Oh,
It's done up for Christmas.
that's what caused it.
What, the Christmas decorations?
They're calling you.
What? Yo, he's giving me Jeffrey Dahmer vibes.
Right? He was like, dude, they're calling you. He was like,
You think he's tripping?
that would be incredible.
They turned all the lights on him, which ruins the ride.
I mean, not the streaker though.
Not the streaker. If they just didn't turn on all those fucking lights, but they have to because he could get hurt.
Oh, we saw this one already.
Well,
I'm
it's not like
disappointed. There's not a lot
I'm pretty sure they had to have caught somebody like masturbating on fucking It's a Small World. They've had to caught some wild shit like that, or people trying to fuck on It's a Small World or some shit.
Did I spell streaker or I spell it wrong?
Yeah, streaker with EAK. Yeah, I think so. I'm not a good speller either.
Not a
I
lot
should
of
be.
shit for this, man.
You think I would, but I spell
you
like
figure the whole
garbage.
internet would be like blown up, but it's not.
Amusement park streaker.
Oh, here. I want to show you this. This is I don't know if everyone can relate to this, but we can definitely relate to this. You ready,
Yeah,
Ryan?
I have them.
Be careful what you put on the internet. It's going to be there forever. Okay. Then where are my MySpace pictures? Where are my MySpace pictures?
Yo, where are they?
Right? And my wife sent that to me, and I'm like, that's true. Where are my MySpace pictures? Because you know what? There's some good pictures there.
Yeah, some things that were never printed that I never carried over to Facebook. There are probably like maybe I feel like
hold on, pause. Listen. I don't know how old you are, but of course you can. What do you like 12?
Of course you can what? Of course you can
search two tags at a time, 2 hashtags on Twitter.
Yeah, you can.
You could search like 12 at a time if you wanted. But
Yeah.
but it'll only pop up with things that have those 12 in that post.
Yeah. Okay, so I definitely like had a MySpace and a Facebook overlap at a certain time where I had a MySpace and Facebook at the same time. And there are some of the very beginning of my Facebook photos are also MySpace photos, but there were a shit ton before that. I had been on MySpace since like 2003, and I didn't start on Facebook until I feel like it was not. It might have been 2009 even.
Right.
So I had MySpace photos for 5 years that I don't know what the fuck happened. And there were like old band stuff. There was old music and old like fucking photos. My friends that never got printed, that were from old ass cell phones that nobody has the fucking memory card from. You know what I mean? That I'm lucky if I have it on a thumb drive that I took out of my old computer. I'm lucky if I have it there. But what the fuck? Could you? We can't sign on to MySpace and check that? Could we check that?
I tried.
I don't even know what my password is.
I tried logging into my MySpace. It didn't work at all. It was very disappointing. Here's a dog attack, right?
Boo! Shadow, relax. Boo! Shadow, stop. Sir, I am so sorry.
Sorry.
Sir, I'm so sorry. Sir, relax. Calm down, sir. Get the fuck out of here. You crazy. You fucking crazy. Get the fuck out of here. You crazy.
Why the milk crates though?
Get the fuck on.
He really scared her though.
No, but the
Shadow, stop. Sir, I am so sorry. Sir,
I'm so sorry.
Sir, relax. Calm down, sir. Get the fuck out of here. You crazy. You fuck.
It's so fucking stupid, but fucking
It's
funny.
funniest shit ever. I don't know why I find it so funny, but I wouldn't have taken him seriously after the initial scare. I would have been like, oh my God. I would have laughed. I would have started laughing. I probably would have stopped in my tracks and just laughed, and he might have laughed with me, knowing that he didn't get me after that first initial bark. Like after I get scared initially, like I would laugh along with him. That shit is mad funny. People just don't know how to do
What is this? What you sent me
I'm
this?
surprised. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
What is it?
This is when you get your personal trainer off a Wish. This is what happens.
And then what's happening?
Getting at work.
We already in the grind.
Getting at work. You already know how I go.
Give you a little something extra.
Oh yeah, go
Show
ahead.
you everything is possible. Nothing's impossible.
Get them right, coach. Get them right. Get them right, coach.
I'm sorry, but
Bro,
that
you
could
good?
fucking die doing that. But Jesus,
What's going on?
What's happening? What's happening?
Getting at work.
dude, I gotta see
We
that
already
again.
in the grind.
Like,
Getting
did
at
he?
work. You already know how I go.
Oh my god!
Give you a
CTE
little
after
something.
that.
Right?
That guy's wearing his hat like he's got CTE, though. I don't know.
Like he slams, so the way he falls, it's almost like his
Yo,
head hits first.
his head does hit first. I think his back hits, but his head hits.
No,
Whop,
it's his back and head.
whop. Yo, you remember if
you
you
did
dropped
send me this one too. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
if you dropped the textbook too hard on the ground, like that sound that it would make? That's
Yes.
what his head made on that fucking ground, dude. He done. That guy's got to go to fucking occupational therapy after that shit. He's gonna have to learn how to walk.
I gotta smoke more weed before we get to the next video.
Amen to that. I'll spark to that. Cheers to everybody out there who's still fucking watching, still listening. Spark them if you got them. Take a shot if you got one.
Shit, I'm out of. I gotta break up weed. Excuse me.
Well, at least that makes one of us who doesn't. Speaking
want-
about breaking up weed, can I tell you a funny story about my mustache?
Sure.
So, and my grooming schedule. I figured since I was just going to skip shaving in the middle of the week, which I usually just do my trim up, like I trim up twice a week. So I'm like, I'm going to skip over one because I'm going away this weekend. So I'll just do it right before I go away. This way I only have to shave once while I'm away. Because I don't like to shave more than I got to carry the fucking, I got to carry bigger shaving cream. It sucks, right? So every once in a while, I like to get nostalgic and I like to smoke a bowl or a water bong. Now, I have this water bong that I think you're familiar with. You actually know this water bong, and I like it. Small, little, quaint little glass water bong. And the carbon stem it's far enough away, but when you have a lighter that you have sort of altered to light a bowl, instead of having a small flame and a bigger flame, and you misinterpret how close it is to your face, you could easily singe the tip of your mustache. So right now, that's what I did. That's what I did yesterday after work promptly. I smoked a bowl and I burnt the tip of my mustache. And I've been smelling, you know what burnt hair smells like. I've been smelling like this dead body, burnt hair shit smell. And I'm like, I'm holding out. I'm not going to trim my mustache until fucking Friday. So that's how much of a fucking pothead and dedicated dirtbag I am.
That's happened to me, except I was trying to light a joint and it was like a clip and it was windy out and I felt my nose burn and I felt like nose hair burned and I'm like, that wasn't nose hairs, that's my fucking mustache. Fuck.
And I've only been sporting this mustache for the last couple of years. Like this is something very new to me. I never had a mustache before in the last 2 years. I didn't grow a mustache until I'm in my 40s, practically. So I'm not used to like just smelling burnt. Like I burnt my hair when I had long hair before. I burnt my hair when I had like a longer beard, but it wasn't this close proximity to my nose. And I just smell it.
So
And it's driving me almost nuts, but I think I'm gonna live with it until Friday. I think I'll let you know what happens.
Is this the next Fast and the Furious movie we're about to watch?
Hell yeah. This is Fast and the Farmers. Farmers and the Furious.
He's freaking hitting the culprit.
Fast and the Furious Farmers.
Holy shit.
Nice.
Jesus.
They flipped the shit out of that. They knew that was going to happen, though, because of the way those wheels are.
There's multiple
so
angles
high.
of it.
Hell yeah. Woo!
Wow.
He's on the ground.
Yo, whoever was in that tractor got fucked up, because I don't know if that roll cage is made for that shit.
You know what?
Let's see that shit again. Let's see that shit again.
Holy shit.
Sick. That's straight out of Grand Theft Auto, though.
Jesus.
They do that. That's what they do in Grand Theft Auto.
Hitting the golf. He keeps hitting the golf cart. The door is ripped off. The tractor's flipped.
I think in the next Grand Theft Auto game that comes out, Grand Theft Auto 6, I think it's gonna be like my first task is to find the first tractor and then try to get like the cops' attention with the stolen tractor. Now from tractors to this. If you steal a tractor, you're very likely to build a fucking go-kart track in your fucking small ass backyard. Play this. This looks like fun.
Okay. I would do that when I was a kid. I would do anything like this in my grandmother or my
I want to
cousin's
be this
backyard.
guy's friend. I want to be this guy's friend.
No one dared to ask his business, no one dared to make a slip. The stranger there among them had a big
That is so epic. That is so epic. Wait. Oh, it goes back around? Oh, that is epic.
Yeah.
It was early in the morning when he rode into the town.
Can I go next?
He came
please?
riding from the south side.
He lets his
slowly
friend go.
looking
Watch, his friend does it too.
all
He
around.
built a tunnel. Is a tunnel?
He's an outlaw, loose and running, came the whisper from each lip. And he's here to do some business with the
This is
big
pretty
iron
sick.
on his hip.
This is sick.
Big iron on his hip. In this town there lived an outlaw by the name of... No one dared to...
So epic. So fucking epic.
I noticed like there are, and it's not like something that's unknown that like the rich celebrities will have like a go-kart like fucking track or something on their properity. But
we
this
watch this
dude
one
was no celebrity. But I definitely like considered if I had enough fucking property to have some sort of like a Mario Kart style fucking dune buggy fucking track in my backyard. If I lived out in, like Nevada or like Arizona or Texas, like in a fucking.
They got rid of it, but my family who live upstate New York, they had they have a bunch of land, not a lot, but enough, where they built a little 4-wheeler track. Not tiny like that. It was pretty.
No,
big,
but like yeah, just like a dirt track.
it was fun though. I went and I almost my son doesn't. He was young, so I put him like in front of me, and he doesn't know how close we came to probably dying when I tried to do. It was automatic, but it had gears, but there's no clutch, so you manually. Boom, boom,
I hope
boom.
your baby mama's not watching.
and like we went, and I was like, oh my god! And then I regained control. I was just like, oh, it was like I could feel if there was a turn coming up, and
he was too young. He was too young for the adrenaline rush, but you felt all of that shit.
Yeah, I felt like if I had a turn sharp, I wasn't going to be able to turn, and there was a turn coming up, and I had no traction. I was like, oh shit! But then I got traction, slowed down, and made the turn. But it was like a good 2 seconds of I'm gonna die. I'm gonna kill my son.
That's crazy. That's wild. This is fucking wild. This doesn't look safe. Not at all.
What are you doing? What are you doing? You fucking
Whoops.
retard. Fucking
Are you
idiot.
kidding?
They're laughing at. Yep, I knew that was gonna happen. So I was like, they're laughing now, but like.
Then the whole shit.
So like, I've seen
God,
this
I
happen.
love Eric fireworks.
I've seen this happen many times in videos and outside in the real world.
And I love it every time that it doesn't happen around me, but I love watching it for I'm like it's like one of those things that are like, yeah, it's sort of slapstick comedy, but the thing is it's also borderline one of the most dangerous things that could fucking happen is fireworks just errantly shooting like in every direction.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't know why. Does that make me bad or demented in some way that I get off? I don't get off. No, okay, that's a bold statement. I'm intrigued by pyrotechnic mishaps and explosions. And sometimes your occasional industrial explosion.
I
and
have
automobile
almost been
accident
hit
explosion.
as well. Where'd it go? It's almost time. Yeah, I almost got hit by fire. I mean, I don't know if you definitely experienced this, Ryan. Roman candle wars.
Oh, we used to call this game Vietnam. And what it was a bottle rocket war. And like you would have whistlers and bottle rockets, and you would have Roman candles like that. Those would be your mortars, would be Roman candles. It would get advanced. Like you had some dicks. I had friends of mine who would have helicopters, and you could just throw a helicopter, And if it landed sideways, it would shoot in whatever direction it was facing. But the bottle rockets, you would just have everybody had big slams. Everybody had a Mountain Dew Big Slam or a Pepsi Big Slam. Back in the day, you remember the Big Slam, the 1 liter? Shaq was selling the Big Slam with the big wide mouth. All these 12 to fucking 16-year-olds were just chugging liters of soda in a shot. Who knew that was fucking bad for you? Like, who knew?
It was basically just to shoot the bottle rockets.
And we were smoking blunts, drinking 40s of Old English that the bodegas and the Tiamos and the Optimals were selling us. And we're having bottle rocket wars in golf courses in fucking Brooklyn. And we called it Vietnam. We would shoot each other with these fucking things. And the Roman candles would actually explode on you.
Mm-hmm.
That was what you were going to allude to, right?
Well, the Roman candle wars is you light them and you start shooting them at each other, and it's fucking insane. And what happens a lot of times with Roman candles is you would light it and then keep shooting it, and like so you'll get distracted, and then now you're holding in the wrong direction right back at yourself. A lot of people got hurt with those things because of that.
Well, they had the ones that would explode when they, not on impact, but they would explode after the fizz would go out. They would go pop. Not like an M80, but they would still be a bigger pop than a bottle rocket.
My favorite memory of
Bottle
4th of
rockets
July.
were the best though because you could aim them. I loved aiming a fucking whistler. It would like whistle, and it would go pop and just fucking hit you and just explode.
My favorite 4th of July memory is on the 5th of July. So 4th of July, nothing really happened. It was kind of lame, and I was living in Brooklyn at the time.
Okay.
And this is like right after they outlawed fireworks and whatever. So on the 5th of July, my dad comes home with a black garbage bag and plops it down on the table. It's pretty big and heavy, and goes, "We're going to Gerritsen Beach." I'm like, "Why?" He goes, "Those are all the fireworks we confiscated." He's a cop. "Those are all the fireworks we confiscated. We're going to just go set them off at the beach." And I'm like, "No one's going to care." He goes, "We're going deep, like out on the beach, like all the way at the end."
In the reeds. Yeah, you go out in the reeds, yeah.
And I just remember going there, just setting up like bottle rockets and setting up all the lighting them in a row and just watching this crazy shit happen. And it was a lot of fun. It was so cool. I mean, I see, I've been to Gerritsen Beach a bunch of times, but I wasn't there enough to remember where everything was, if that makes sense. So like U Park, the creek over there, I know like pretty fucking well. I've been there enough to know it pretty well. The Starrett City Creek, I know pretty well. I've been there enough to know it well. The Gerritsen Beach one, I've been there, but I haven't been there enough to know where it was. But apparently, according to like Fat John, I was at a party there with a bunch of Gerritsen Beach kids a long time. We're actually 420.
Keg party, probably. Yeah.
It's when my first time ever smoking weed was 420 in Gerritsen Beach on the beach.
Okay.
Now that I think about it. But yeah, that's my favorite.
What a day to pick.
Right? 420?
Yeah.
And I didn't even get high.
I didn't get high my first time either.
Yeah, I didn't get high.
And I smoked, it might have been June of 1995. And it was the end of a blunt. But still, there was about a good inch and a half of blunt. It was cherry lit red. I had been smoking cigarettes for about a year and a half or 2 years now, so I knew how to take a hit. I took 3 big hits, and they wouldn't give it back to me. Not that they wouldn't give it back to me, but the blunt was killed after I had passed it. The next 2 or 3 people who smoked it, it was done. Me and my buddy, Roman, hit it. He claims he got high. I did not get high. I got high the second time I smoked weed, and it was underneath the Toys R Us pier at Caesars Bay. There would be rocks and water. Now it's filled with water. Since the ice caps has melted, the water level's gone up. You can't even go under there anymore. And there used to be like a little bum cave that was built into the concrete. And me and my friends were chilling there. And my buddy was dressed in mostly white. And for some reason, I said he looked like the Pope. And he couldn't walk. So he's walking like an old man. And I kept calling him the Pope. And I kept blessing him. And I got high the second time. We bought a dime. Because you could buy dimes back then.
And they were fat. And they were fat.
And my buddy, who's the only one who knew how, he had been smoking weed for a year, my buddy Brandon, rolled 2 fat fucking joints. And we smoked them back to back. And that's how I got high the first time. And I got fucking stoned to shit. I might have been, to be completely honest, I was 14 years old. I was 14 when I smoked weed.
I did get high on the beach at Garrison Beach because that was my third time smoking that day. So on 420, my first time smoking, I smoked 3 times in the same day. Because the first time we went to buy weed, the guy robbed us. Not robbed us, but like he sold us the weed. We left, got home, opened it up. It was fucking oregano. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? You didn't check?
I had a Rasta in Washington Square Park that did that, and I had to go back and buy more weed. My buddy he walked up to one of the Rastas, and this is like, maybe it was like 96. It was bad back in the day. And it was like kids era. And that's what people looked like back then. And walked up to this Rasta, and he gave us a pillow. And we just looked, and we saw it was green, but we didn't
Yeah.
He grabbed it. He bought it. I was 20 feet away. He walked by me as I was walking. He goes like this, like his hoodie, like I'm wearing a hooded sweatshirt by the pocket. He has his hand here. He's got his hand cupped, and he shows the pillow to me, and he puts his hand back in. He goes, all right, got it. We walked away. We went to a construction awning to roll a blunt and realized it was fucking oregano right away. Went back. The guy was gone. The dude, and this is how we should have been rooked twice, but the guy felt bad. The dude who sold us the weed sold us a lot smaller of a bag. That was actually probably more like the bag that my buddy got was like at the time was like probably 4 dubs that he gave him. So he didn't even know what he was getting. I went back with another 20 and got another dub from a guy who gave me about a gram and a half. And he said, nah, that guy's gone. I said, where the fuck is that guy? He gave us bad shit. He said, that guy is gone. He's like, I'll hook you up. And he gave us real weed. And I was like, can I see? It looked visibly like bud. Stick, you know what I mean? Flower, visible flower.
See, when we got it from the guy, we sent someone else. Like 3 of us or 4 of us put money together. We went to the guy in the corner. He's always stood at the corner on Quentin Road next to the pizza place. Was that 33rd or whatever on Quentin Road?
Okay, yeah.
And he was always outside smoking a cigarette. I didn't know he was a drug dealer, and then find out he's a drug dealer. So they knew he was a drug dealer. So we put our money together. We go. My boy goes, gets his shit, comes back. We look at it. But the guy that got it and looked at it, he looked at it. It's like, oh, it's in tinfoil. I'm not going to take it out here and rip it out. Let's just go back to the house.
Yeah, shade, yeah.
So when we realized it was oregano, I was like, okay, we got played. Are we going to go back and are we going to confront him? And they're like, no, he's got a gun. I'm like, I guess that solves that. I'm 14 or 15. I'm not, dealing with that shit. And then I think we eventually went to someone that supposedly had G13 because that was the new thing. It wasn't really G13.
Do you remember fucking G13? Okay, remember what G13 was? G13 was medical grade marijuana.
Government weed, yeah.
Yes, and it was medical grade marijuana that you get in California that was given to the cancer patients originally. That was the first kind of like strain that was made to be high potency for cancer patients. That was flower because they were really making high potency. But this was like
a myth, by the way.
Yes, it all any of that was just hydroponic female plants that were crossbred, and then through probably 3 generations, like 3 crops, they fucking got some really like some genes going that did some fucking high potency fucking weed over 35%. Because before that, like you were getting like 12, 7. You know what I mean? 7. You know what I mean? Was that me again? I heard D again. You know what I mean? Was that me again? I heard D again. You know what I mean? Was that me again? Wednesdays and Sundays. You know what I mean? 9:30. Although not next Sunday because I will be away.
I have some.
Although not next Sunday,
I will be away. For next Wednesday. I have some.
Although not next Sunday, I will be away.
For next Wednesday.
I have some. Although not next Sunday, I will be away.
Next Wednesday.
I have some. Although not next Sunday, I will be away.
9:30.
Although not next Sunday, I will be away.